Okay, so now we are going to start drawing Revit massing objects. So the first thing you do, I've just got an open project file here. Go to the Massing and Site tab, and you have a few ways to do that, but the first thing you have to do is turn on Show Mass. So click that button and it should be blue. Nothing really shows up because we don't have any massing objects drawn yet. Okay, the first way, the easiest thing, is to place a mass that's already supplied from Revit's family library. So no mass is in the project yet. Yes, I would like to load one. Okay, it takes me to my Imperial Library, and I go to the mass folder, and I'm just going to pick box RFA. That's a Revit family. Open. I go to place it on the desktop. I'm in level 1, which is a plan view right now, and Revit's looking for a face to place this on, so I'm going to switch that to place on work plane. And it lets me place that. If you go to a default 3D view right now, you can see your box family shape. If you want to place another one, you go back to place mass, and you'll need to load another family, another shape. Same place. This time I'm going to put, what am I going to put? This one, triangle right family. Say open. This time I'm going to let it be placed on face, and I want to place it up there on top of this box. That would be good. Just click and it goes on there. Okay, I'm going to go into an elevation view and see how big this is. These shapes are pretty large. I'm just going to line those up. You can see I have 2 levels in this file right now. And so if I was designing a building, I want to put a few more floors in there. So go to the Home tab, down and over to the Level tool. And I'm going to add another level at 10 feet. I'm going to add a few more actually. Until I get to there, and I think the top one I'll do. Okay, so there my building has 6 levels, and it's the same shape you saw. Now the first thing you can do is add some massing floors to that. So I'm going to select both objects, and this mass floors tool becomes available under Modify Mass. So click that. Dialog box comes up and asks you which floors you want, and I want all of them except for that top level that I created. Say OK. And I've got all the floors in there. They're just massing floors, but they're pretty good. It's an interesting building. Okay, so now your task is just to convert massing things into real Revit objects. So back on the Massing and Site tab, I'm going to do the floors, because these are just paper thin, these massing objects. So you pick the floor tool, look at your properties. I've got a 12-inch floor, just generic, that's good. And I'm going to select all the floors that are in the box shape, and the triangle shape. Say create floor. Okay, so now I've got floors. Back to Massing and Site, I'm going to do some walls, wall by face. I'm going to leave it on the generic 8 for this one, and I'm just going to do, I want the back, what I'm calling my back wall. So you select the face, and then the face of that one. Okay. The type I want for the rest of that is a curtain wall, so I'm just going to go and select curtain wall. No, I think I'll do it the other way. Go back to your Massing and Site tab, and I'm going to pick curtain system by face. The reason was that gives me a 5x10 grid, so I'm just going to do those sides. I'm going to do the sloped surface. That would be nice. So I'm doing the triangle first now. Then you say create system, and then I'm going to do the faces of the box. Create system, and there I've got a whole building done. I'm going to turn off the massing in sight because it shows a bit funny through there. You have both on, so turn that off, and now you can just see Revit objects, floors and walls. Okay, that is the easiest way to place a mass. The next way would be an in-place mass. This is a little bit different. Oops, got to turn massing objects back on. So I picked the in-place mass, and it wants to give it a name. So I'm going to say OK, mass 1. And this time I'm going to use the draw tools and model lines. So I'm just going to use a rectangle, and I'm drawing it right on the work plane. And then if you select that shape and you pick the create form, there's solid forms and voids. Voids are for holes in it, so we want the solid. And it just extruded it for me 10 feet, but I'm going to take it up to about there. And then I'm going to say finish mass. Okay, so this looks just like the box, but it's can be edited. So I've got that. I'm going to click on it and go into edit in place. And then when I hover over portions of it, I can pick a face, and you can push, pull, or whatever, extrude. I can take an edge and nicely distort that, or I can pick a point and I can drag that around and make an interesting shape. From there, you say finish mass, and you can do the same thing we did with the other one. Create where you turn it into surfaces. So if you wanted to put your curtain wall surfaces like that, if you wanted to put mass floors in there, I probably only need 4 of them. Then change those into floors. Say create floor. And this time I think I will try the roof tool. Roof by face. It's just a generic one. Takes the top surface, turns that into a roof. Okay, so that's my building's missing 2 walls. Let's make those guys just solid walls. Okay, get your type, select the faces, and it looks like this kind of funny because massing is showing right now, so I'm going to turn that off, and then it clears up and becomes quite usable. So that's 2 fairly easy ways to do massing objects. The next one we're going to create our own from scratch, and that'll be in the next video.